Today is Tuesday, May 20th, and today I learned that when you feel like you haven't actually been making any progress, today was exactly the same as yesterday. And every night you think, okay, tomorrow I'm going to log in, tomorrow I'm going to get this stuff done. And then all of a sudden, tomorrow night comes and you're exactly where you were yesterday. And it can be very overwhelming and frustrating and demoralizing, and you have pressure and you feel like you need to I need to get my life together. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up early and I'm gonna get my life together, or I'm gonna lock in on this thing I need to do, right? When that is happening, you need to break the cycle and actually do something about it. And you also need to realize that not all hope is lost, right? Don't get super stressed about it because it is doable. All you need is a pen and paper, okay? This is what I did literally 10 minutes ago, and it really helped me, okay? So step 1, pray and trust God. If you're a Christian, then you know that prayer and trusting God is the number one thing to do. When you are in trouble, in our eyes, when we're in trouble, go to God. If you're not in trouble, go to God, right? But this is the perfect moment when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you have all these negative feelings, go to God. Pray, right? It talks about in Philippians 4, 6-9, do not be anxious, cast your anxieties on the Lord, right? Pray genuinely. And if you're praying for the right things, and if you do what it talks about in the Bible, He will grant it to you, and you can have hope in that, right? So that's step 1. You trust God. These problems are very big in our eyes, but we have access to the biggest, right? Our Creator, who is designing our lives. And you know that this is all just part of the process. You have to trust, okay? So that's step 1. Step 2, create an action plan. Not just a plan, but an action plan. Okay, so I wrote down, okay, these are the things that I need to lock in with. These are the things that I need to deal with, including my YouTube and my relationship with God and my summer plans and all these things. For everything that you wrote down that you need to do, right? How are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? And where are you going to do it tomorrow? Okay, so I'm assuming you're watching this, or maybe you're doing this thing at night, because that's oftentimes when I'm spiraling down, right, at night, and we have all this motivation, right? So for each of those things you wrote down, when, where, and how are you going to take action on it and solve this problem, right? So figure out where you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, and the actual steps, actual actions you are going to be taking in order to accomplish this one task, and do that for all of them, okay? This is going to make it seem a lot more attainable, and actually okay, I can actually do this, right? With God's help, right? Well, actually, God can do this through me, right? So, step 1, pray and trust God. Step 2, create an action plan. Not just a plan, but an action plan. What are you going to do specifically tomorrow morning or tomorrow? Create your plan for tomorrow, but make it an action plan, make it specific, make it actionable. And then step 3, not my favorite step, but the step that is, I feel like a lot of people overlook, but has definitely transformed my productivity and it transformed my life, honestly. Time block, put it in the calendar, right? We're getting specific with when and where and how we're doing these things, how we're solving these problems. So get a digital calendar, Google Calendar, right? I'm sure you have Google Calendar. Right now I'm using Notion Calendar, which has been really nice. But you can sync all these calendars up to your Google account, blah, blah, blah. Or just get a piece of paper and draw out the different time blocks throughout the day, so that, okay, we can take these actionable things and stick them into our calendar, right? when are you going to wake up? What are you going to do right when you wake up? Don't get on your phone, right? Have a morning routine. Get up and read your Bible. Get up and brush your teeth, right? Have a morning routine. What are you going to do as soon as you wake up and put all of these actionable things into your calendar, right? Trust God, create an action plan, put it in your calendar, right? And then go to bed, rest, stop stressing about these things, have peace in knowing that you've planned this all out, and then execute it the next morning, right? These are very simple things, right? We're just making a list. We're essentially just creating a to-do list and putting that to-do list in our calendar, right? But it really, really helps. I also recommend journaling. If you're feeling these certain things, if you're feeling overwhelmed, blah, 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 it's very helpful to journal and to stop getting overwhelmed, because it really empties everything in your mind. Because that was what my problem was tonight. My brain just felt so full of these things that I had to do, right? And I was feeling very overwhelmed, but then I was also feeling very demoralized, because it feels like I've been feeling like this over the past week and I haven't done anything about it. So this time, actually do something about it. If today was the exact same as yesterday and you never actually executed on that motivation, you never actually did anything about it, make today different, right? Lock in with what you need to lock in with, right? Lock in with God, right? Truly build your relationship, truly spend time with God. Lock in with school, right? Maybe you need to study for finals or something, right? Lock in with your hobbies if you want. Like, if there's something that you really want to get really good at, or something you really want to learn, lock in with that. Create an action plan for that, right? Create routines. These are all things that I can make specific videos for, right? But essentially, trust God, pray and trust God. Create an action plan. Where, when, and how are you going to do these things that you're stressing about? Put it in your calendar, and then optionally, right, journal, create routines, things like that. But those 3 steps are very, 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 very important if you want to actually make today different than yesterday, right? If you don't want tomorrow night, and you're thinking, wow, I am exactly where I was last night, and I have this burst of motivation in the middle of the night, and I need to get my life together, I need to lock in. If you want this continuous cycle of like motivation, and then as soon as you wake up, that motivation is gone, and you're scrolling on your phone again, and your day is wasted, but then that night you get the motivation again, but then it's this constant cycle. If you want to break out of this cycle, because that's been me, right? I've been thinking, okay, tomorrow I need to lock in, I need to get this stuff done, I need to blah, 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 and then I don't actually do it. If you want today to actually breathe different, break out of this motivation cycle, then actually take action on this. Grab a pen and paper and just create an action plan. Figure out, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this at this time, at this location, and this is how I'm going to do it, right? Actually take action on it. And then tomorrow morning, you have this plan. Literally just put your plan on your desk or something. As soon as you wake up, look at it and execute on it, right? Don't procrastinate on it, because ultimately you know that it's more beneficial this way, right? And a lot of things are not as bad as they seem, right? And some things may even be fun for you. Just for some reason there's a mental blockage, right? So just actually take action on what I'm telling you, because I can almost guarantee you, if you take action on this, then you can break out of this cycle, and you can actually take action on what you want to take action and accomplish what you want to accomplish, right? So make today different. Make today different. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, then I would love a like or a comment. If you want to see more videos, then definitely subscribe. This is a video that I posted yesterday. You can subscribe in that corner, and if you subscribe, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.